All right, APGOV students, welcome back from spring break. I hope you guys all had a fantastic time on your travels. I don't know where you went to, Hawaii, Europe, but I generally stayed at home, and like I imagine most of you did. So welcome back. Apparently, we're going to be doing this online learning here throughout at least the month of April in its entirety. So I just wanted to spend today, and today I'm not going to give you any assignments other than just to watch this video so you have an idea of where we're going to be going over the next month plus of this course. Today I want to spend some time just kind of explaining to you what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and if you have any questions based upon what I talk about today, please feel free to reach out to me and to let me know kind of where you're at. If you've got any concerns, please send them my way. So I hope all you guys are doing well and that you're finding a way to find some sanity through these interesting times. Hopefully you can maybe find a little bit of normalcy by getting back to some classwork and doing some things to prepare for the AP exam. And so what I want to do is first off kind of go through what the classwork schedule is going to be. And so this has been kind of something the school itself and the school district has come up with. And so this is what a way I'm going to run with things. And so what we're going to do is Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be what we'll refer to as our class days for AP Government. What that means for you is each Tuesday and Thursday, what you'll see posted on or early on in the morning, usually by 8:30, 9 o'clock, is you will see a video from me that is kind of really your assignment for the day. I will post some things with some information on as far as what we're doing, but every Tuesday and Thursday, at least for the first couple weeks, I'll be posting some videos with instructions and with the information about assignments that you'll be associated with. I'll give you some more information on that as we work our way through this instructional video here. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays are our work days for this class. The rest of the week, Monday and Wednesday, are those days that are reserved for other courses, non-social studies courses, and they're communication days. And so they're days where you have the ability to reach out to me still, that I'll communicate with you if I feel that I need to kind of reach out to you individually. But those days are communication days. Now, that being said, I'm available Monday through Friday. I'll be at home working online from 8:30 to 3:30, generally speaking. And so if you've got a question, please don't, it doesn't have to be Monday or Wednesday where you send it to me, but that's kind of what those days are set aside for. If you're working on something, looking at something on Tuesday and Thursday, shoot me an email. Friday, if you're working on something, send me something, and I can help you out at any point, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If there's some way that we can find a way to, if you need to meet with me and you want to see my pleasant face and have a video conference through Zoom or Google Hangouts, we can organize that. I'm looking at setting up some office hour times where I'm just hanging out through Google Hangouts or through Zoom, and I'm just online available for a half an hour, a couple days a week. And if you have questions, you can show me or show up there and ask me a question. I'll give you more information on what I'm doing with that as we work our way through the week. I just wanted to give you some basics today here. First off, I want to talk to you about some modifications the College Board has made with the exam itself and what they're doing with the exam. All right, if you haven't seen these things, all right, this is the setup here. And so first off, the College Board has changed the exam date from May 4th, all right, to May 11th. And so the exam date will be May 11th. That exam date will be the same date whether we are back in the building or whether we are still at home doing online learning. And so May 11th will be that testing date. Some of you might end up, if we're not back in school, you guys will end up taking the test at home on your computer. If we're in school, all right, there'll be laptops available. You'll be taking your computer, your AP exam in the small gym like you have in the past on a computer. On May 11th. And so May 11th is the test day itself. The exam, and as I mentioned to you before we went for spring break, and I knew this information, the exam is only going to cover units 1 through 3. We finished covering those topics just before break with our discussion on civil liberties and civil rights. That was the end of unit 3. Right? The exam also will only consist of 2 essay or 2 FRQ questions. Okay, you will have 45 minutes to answer the 2 questions. The first question will be an argumentative FRQ, and so we had spent the last week before spring break kind of getting you ready on the basics of what to do on an argumentative FRQ. We will spend more time doing that over the next 5 weeks. But one of the FRQs will be an argumentative essay. That one you should be taking about 25 minutes or so to write that essay, and then I think what they do is they give you 5 minutes to download it. All right, and then the next one is you will be doing a concept application FRQ. All right, FRQ should only take you about 15 minutes to complete. All right, and so that's how you get your 45-minute time period for this AP exam. All right, I believe the way this is set up is this gives you all a legitimate chance to get a 4 or a 5 on this exam, even more so than normal. Right? The exam is open note. Now, that being said, you can't go in there without a lack of information about this material, all right? Because if you do, you'll never finish an argumentative FRQ in the concept application FRQ in the time that they give you. If you're trying to search for your notes, they're still limiting the time. And so even though they're saying it's open note, you have to know the material, and you also have to have those notes in an organized way around you. And I'm going to try to walk you through that with what we're going to do over the next few weeks. I think you can score very well, and that you should still be taking this exam. If you have questions about it, again, send me a note. But I think that this is something you guys can really take advantage of in regards to the College Board and getting a 5 on an exam. The next thing I want to talk to you about is kind of what our focus is going to be. Right, so the way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to have a theme for every week, right? And with every week, we're going to do different things. There'll be some additional items available for you to work on if you so choose, but there'll be certain things that I'm expecting you to get done. And so during the week of April 6th, we will be working on a review for Unit 1, right? I have I will share with you tomorrow a Google Doc which breaks down Unit 1 and all the kind of key topics you should know with Unit 1. Right? My hope is really what we can do is I'm going to give video lessons where you on Tuesday could just sit down and your 30 minutes for APGOV, could you be watching my video and I will go through the review with you. All right, you can sit down and you can fill in your own review sheet online as you watch my video. All right, what I imagine is then as you're sitting down taking the test on May 11th, you've got my review sheets that I've gone through for each one of these units sitting right next to you. You know where to find some information and to be able to utilize it as soon as you can if you need to. And so the week of April 6th will focus on Unit 1. We'll do Unit 2 the next week. And the week of April 20th will be a review of Unit 3. And so each one of those will have a separate review sheet that we'll go through. My classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays during those 3 weeks will primarily focus upon helping you go through and complete those review sheets for each one of the units. What I intend to do, and I'm still working on this right now, is creating an online quiz like for you to be able to do, like on Friday this week or on Saturday this weekend, I hope to be able to throw out to you a Quizlet or a Quizzes that allows you to kind of review the materials from each one of those units in a little bit of a faster paced format to kind of test how quickly and how comfortable you are with the material. And those things you'd have access to as much as you want. The last 2 weeks before the exam, the week of April 27th and the week of April 4th, we'll spend each one of those weeks focusing upon the process for each one of the 2 FRQ types that you're going to see. And so April 27th, that week we'll talk about concept applications. We'll do practice concept application questions and walk you through the process. I'll be drilling you in regards to hopefully you have out your Unit 1 through 3 materials and some other materials that I would suggest that you'd have around you. And I'm going to give you some concept application questions to work on, and we'll make sure that you understand the process on how to be successful for that. We'll do the same thing the next week where we'll get into the argumentative FRQs, and this time we'll do real stuff here where we'll focus upon the foundational documents, and we'll walk you through the process, remind you about John Irish's theory, and make sure that you know how to be successful. So that's what we're going to do over the next 5 weeks. You'll probably be seeing from me, and this is just for my simplicity purposes, I'm going to create a Google Classroom for all my first semester AP kids that are signed up for the AP exam, right? I was given one single list with all your names on there. All of you will be invited to that review. I would tell you, you do not need to ever look at the Google Classroom. You do not need to accept the invitation of the Google Classroom for the AP review because it'll be the same stuff I'm going to put in your classroom from week to week. So I don't mean to confuse you. It just makes kind of my process a little bit easier to create things for first semester kids to start reviewing for that exam also. And so some final kind of expectations. All right, first off, my expectation is that you keep pace with these weekly assignments. I would tell you this, even if you're not signed up to take the AP exam on May 11th, I still expect you to do what I'm asking all these other students to do for the Unit 1 review, 2, 3, and the FRQ practice stuff the following 2 weeks. Right? All of those things are expectations that I believe that you should be able to meet and you should complete. It is helping you be comfortable with the material, preparing you for college. So regardless of whether you're taking the test or not, I still am expecting you and holding you to the idea that you're going to complete those assignments. I will be adding these things to the grade book. So make sure you could go back and check the grade book for errors. Look back to make sure there's no vacancies in the grade book that affect your scores, and reach out to me if there is something that's going on. I'm still trying to get some more information in regards from the school district how these things are going to affect your overall grades. The basic understanding that I have right now is, in theory, your grade may not go down, but it can only go up with some of the things that we're working on throughout the next 5 weeks or whatever is going on in this online environment, 4 weeks of online learning. Okay. However, right, if you aren't meeting the expectations, if you are not keeping pace with the class, right, your grade could go into the grade book as an incomplete for the semester. And that would allow you then an opportunity to later go on and to complete the assignments that I'm providing for you in a more timely manner. So I would hope that you would do things now instead of waiting until the summer or next semester to get these things done. So please try to keep pace with me. And one of the most important kind of expectations I've got, and hopefully you have for yourself, is that you feel like my communication is effective, but also I need you to communicate with me effectively. So please let me know what's going on. Help me understand your own unique circumstances. Some of you guys might be working jobs. Some of you might have some issues with technology at home and the time frame and everything. I can only help if I understand what's going on with you. So please kind of reach out to me. If you have any questions or concerns, I'm here to help you out. And I'll start posting some things tomorrow for Tuesday's assignments. Welcome back from spring break, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Miss seeing you in the classroom, and hopefully we get back there sometime before the school year's out. Take care.